Hello everyone, it is Charlotte here. Come on in, welcome to my home. Yes, I need to get my quilting going today. I've done nothing on that yesterday, nothing on that today, and I am supposed to have the whole top of the quilt done by Monday night. So that's not working out for me very well. I wanted to go ahead and continue with my Medieval Mirage, my envelopes today. So I'm hoping that that's gonna work out and we can get some of that done. This is what I ended up doing really quick before I put the camera on, is I made it a little pocket here. This, if you remember, was the envelope I did yesterday, and I wanted to hinge it. So if this was on a page, it would be like this, and I looked at that and I thought, well, that has no purpose other than just to be there and look pretty. So I went ahead and attached and made a little pocket there so that it wasn't just sitting there doing really nothing. And then when you turn this over, of course, you've got this pocket there. So this I am considering done. This one, what I went ahead and did is I took the, if you remember correctly, I said I would take a little divot out of that and a little divot out of this right here. So we've got, this is a pocket, this is a pocket, and then this is a pocket here. This flips up and you've got this writing space. So I'm considering that done as well. And started to play and thought we need to put the camera on. And when we were looking at this in the last video, I decided to make this a hinge this way, and this will be a pocket here or behind that, and then when you flip this over, this here will be a pocket. So I was just kind of playing with this, thinking, what am I going to do with this? We're opened at the bottom because I need to do something with this window, either behind the window. If we put this behind the window, then obviously any tag or anything we put in there would hide this. When you took the tag out, you would see this. And typically what I do, excuse me, typically what I do is I adhere this to the window, so this is what you see. But I'm wondering if maybe it might be kind of cool to just go ahead and do it the other way around, so whatever goes inside here will, yeah, and I think I'm going to do that simply because I don't do it. It's just not something that you're going to see me do, and so I'm thinking, yeah, well, you know, we're not going to see you do it usually, so why don't you do it? So I think that's what I am going to do. And let's just do it. So let's get the glue and do it. Let's just go ahead. And if I end up not liking it, that's not a problem. I don't have to do it again, right? Okay. So I was watching the news today. Well, I don't typically watch the news, but I saw that we are in monsoon season. So we are in it now. And that means hopefully the wind, the storms, they're all going to be on their way. And we do need some of that. So that is a really good thing if it happens. So that is how that is going to look behind here. And this, I can see is not down. And it on this side. So I have not been out at all today. And I think I will be going out tomorrow. And Friday's supposed to be like 117. It's like that's like ouch weather. You have to be really careful. If you want to walk your pets, you've got to go out early in the morning because otherwise their little paws can get burned. It's just too hot. So I'm having an issue with this, and I think what I'm going to do to resolve that issue is just put a little bit of glue, so when I fold this over, it's going to close that off just a bit. This will be the hinge. This goes up here, so we need to play around with this. And as you can see, this goes over here. I don't think that's an issue because this is going to be a pocket. This is going to be a hinge, so we can put a piece of paper over here that goes all the way to the edge there, and that's not going to get in anyway. So why don't we see what we have? And this is really pretty, so I think I'm going to play a little bit with this. We used I think the purple yesterday. Probably was more of a violet. And this is so pretty. Let's just cut this down. And see where this will take us. Get rid of that. I do have I wonder if, okay, let's just do this. Don't think I want this whole thing. So maybe I will take this much of it. And how does that look? Put that on like that. I kind of like that. It's not even. My fold is not good. So let's do that. And use this on the other side. Well, that's not going to work, Charlotte, because this is supposed to be a pocket. So that's not good. Oh my goodness, Charlotte, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is, do I want my pocket here? No, I want my pocket from here. So that's not going to work. That won't do it, girlfriend. So I am glad I thought about that before I did that. Otherwise, we would be in some trouble. We would have to completely change our mind about what we were doing. Jeez. That just goes to show you. You gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention to what you're doing. But what I could do, no, I'm not going to worry about it. I was going to say I could fold this to the inside and just make it a little bit stronger, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal. And this is French, and I really like it, but I don't need all of this. So let's just cut this down a little bit. And take off. I think this will work. I want to come over there. I cut it a little bit too short, and that's going to be okay because I will just put something down the center so it won't be a big deal. If I come over to here, it's pretty even with that. Okay. So I don't need to go all the way over the edge. Yeah, but I did that, didn't I? So we're just going to have to make it work. And I think in order to do that, we'll do it like this. About like that. And we're over just a little bit. And then that works. This is the hinge. That works. Okay, that will work. And if I got glue on this, it's not a big deal because we're going to close that off anyway. So that would be totally fine. So now let's put something in the center. This is going to come up. It's not really that much of a problem or an issue. I could just put a little something on there. Matter of fact, why don't we just see if this will work? Right here. See how this will do. Just put this down there like that, and I think we can salvage this because I think the pocket will hide that and we won't lose it. So let's just do it. There's going to be a tag in there and we are going to be good. Good to rock and roll. Just like that. Okay. So then this needs to come up like that. And then we could go ahead and fold something over. So I think rather than cut this off, I'm just going to glue it over. We'll glue this right over like that. We don't have to worry about that side because what we're looking at is this pocket right here. So that's pretty. Let me check this out and see if this might work. That would work. Let's see. Boy, I can't fold at all. I am. Let's see. mean, we are trying to use medieval mirage scraps, so let's use as many as we can, as many different patterns as we can, because they all really pretty much go so well together. Let's see what this looks like. And you see a little bit of white there because I am just doing a wonky job. But when that's distressed, that's not going to show up. It's going to be totally fine. Do I want that? I don't think so. What do we have? That can look good there. Let's see, we've got so many pretty papers. I really would like something with some script and maybe a little bit of a pattern. I don't want to cover up. I don't want to cover up all of that because that is so pretty, but let's see. We can pull some of this out. I don't know, this might look good. Or the other one. I originally thought the other one, but I hope everybody's doing really, really well and life is treating you just great, bringing you blessings of all different kinds. Yeah, I do like that. Why? I don't know, but I do. Let's take a little bit of this off. Don't need that much. I'm sure we can use that on the other side, but I like how eclectic that is. It's pretty eclectic, and I like it. So I am going to try to, and once again, I did not bring in a timepiece of any kind. I need to keep this. Yesterday's video went a little over an hour, and it just took YouTube forever to download it. It was way too long. And so I'm going to try to keep this shorter. So this is our pocket. And I wonder, because this is wet, I don't know, I'm not going to punch it just because it's wet, and sometimes then it gums up the punch. So if this is our hinge, here will be our pocket, and we can go ahead and we can glue this down. And I'm going to use the wet glue to glue this down. Because I want our pocket to come down from the top, not the side. We don't need that because we have this pocket here. So when you have a page, this will go this way. You will have a pocket here at the top. You will flip this over and you'll have a pocket there. So that'll be great. So that's 2 tags that we're going to need to make. And we need to now do something with this, and maybe with some of these little pieces that we have, we can make that happen. So let's put that there and get rid of that. Just like that, and I think I can go ahead and fold this in instead of cutting it off. Or maybe not. Sometimes what you think is going to work It's not worth it. So we're gonna cut this off. This is turning out to really be a wonky video, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, this video is just strange. It is going in that direction of strange, weird. Let's do this. Let's put this down. We have it, it's sitting here. Let's cover up. I thought I would make it to the post office today, and I just did not leave the house. So I am going to the post office tomorrow with some index card wins. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know you're waiting. I know you're excited. Life has just been awful for me lately, so it's just been life. And that's okay. I probably shouldn't say awful. It's not been awful. It's just been hard and sad, and I guess in that way it's been awful. But it is, every day is getting better. And so that is a good thing. I think I will do that. I like that. Yeah, it's not awful. That was the wrong word to use. It's just been heartbreaking. And appreciate your comments. I know a lot of you have said that you've gone through the same thing. And, you know, it's never easy. But every day is getting better and better, so that's a good thing. Every day is getting a little bit easier. And rescuing an animal certainly has helped, because you have to focus your attention someplace else. You have to take it off yourself and put it on something else, and that has helped. Ooh, see how this just kind of, it's coming together like a puzzle. And, you know, the heat doesn't make it any better. It doesn't make it easier either. I'm sure we are going to hit the pool later on. It's the only way we can survive the summer. So, okay, let's kind of find something that will help us finish kind of the background of this. Oh, I feel like I'm just having you sit through just it's like, Charlotte, what are you talking about? What are you doing? I think we can do that and trim it. So I will be seeing my mother on Friday, and I kind of just, as much as she loves to get out, it is so hard. I mean, if it's gonna be 117 Friday, that's just, you know, you hate to take her out in that kind of heat. Although we won't be staying out in the heat, we will be going from the car to whatever restaurant we're going to. But that's just, it's difficult to go through that. And then it really is kind of what you have to do is run, you go from an air-conditioned car into an air-conditioned building, back into an air-conditioned car. And that's what the summers are like. But boy, come October, we are rewarded with the most beautiful weather. And of course, if we wanted to go an hour and a half away, we could be up in the mountains. It's like 6,300 feet, so it's much, much cooler, usually about 25 degrees cooler than what we have here. You know, I like that, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to take advantage of that fold, and I just like that little bit peeking out. So I think that looks good. I'm happy with that. And maybe we just want to go ahead and look at that, almost fits perfectly. So let's, why don't we then? Yeah, it's like, okay. It's coming together. The pieces are coming together. The pieces of this puzzle. So I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is I am going to have to, this video will be out tomorrow, and I think what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is I've got to stitch all my little square things together for my quilt. And then I was looking at that and I like that, so let's do that. That cute little piece just kind of goes with it. So let's put this on just like that. I don't want it centered. I don't want anything perfect. What do you think? That's pretty cute, don't you think? Pretty cute for a little flip. And I'm not too worried about this. I think we'll worry about that when we actually go ahead and do the flip part. And I've got that, and I could just add that. Look at how much interest that gives. So let's do it. Let's add that on there. Just layer upon layer, and it just looks good. So why not? Just like that. Just like that, and we've made some magic. Let's see if we can do this now and get away with it. We just need a tiny, tiny little, I call it a divot, whatever, just to show, and that's going to show up more, of course, when it is distressed. But I want my inks to dry first. And then this is going to be, let's see, I need to do it this way because I went ahead and glued that. So I'm going to need to go this way here to put this in there. And I don't think we're centered, but that's okay. Just enough, see that? Just enough to show you that that is a pocket. So I'm very, very happy with that. I think that looks so cute. And on a page, it would look like this. And then we would have our pocket here. Just like that. And I think it'll make a big difference when it's got a tag in it and when it is distressed. So that's super cute. And I know we're not going to be able to do all of these because of the time frame. So I have this one, but I'm thinking maybe we could work with this one here. This would go like that. And if it did, what are we? We are just shy of 5.5. So, boy, that is cutting it close, I think. 5.5. I think I am gonna cut this down just a little bit because 5.5 is, yeah, that is just going to, let's see what we do with this. Now, we may have something that's a little bit easier to work with. Now we're at 5 even, and that makes me way more comfortable. So this is just, I think, going to be maybe a journal card that just fits inside your journal. And while I'm thinking about that, I'm asking myself, okay, what does that mean exactly? Obviously no pocket this way, because if this is, well, we could stitch this. Let's think about this a minute. If I stitch this into the spine, that would work. I was thinking we would put this on the journal this way. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why? So let's stitch, let's create this so that this stitches into the journal, and this is a pocket this way. So we'll close this up, and then this will be a pocket coming from the top. Let's do that. So now the question is, what do we want to do? Do we want to have a piece of paper adhered to the back of this, or do we want it adhered to the window itself? And what if I did something like that? That is really pretty, guys. Don't you think that is really pretty? Okay, I think if I move this all the way over, you kind of get this wonky border there. But if I pull it back some, like that, I think that's better. What if I turned this? What if I turned this like this? Ooh, maybe, yeah, let's do this. Okay, let's do that. That is really, really pretty. So let's see if I can get this right. I could just have this go all the way over. And I could just fold this. Maybe. Okay, let's do it and see what happens. Let's go for it. Let's be brave. Let's just be brave and see if I can get this to work. We'll never know until we try. So let's just try it and see what happens. And I think I had it going this way. Just like this. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And then what if we go ahead and just fold this over? If we don't like it, we can cover it up. Let's see. Just like that. So that's what we have. Of course, this is wet, so it's not going to like this. Ooh, so pretty. So pretty. So we decided we want the pocket to be here, so we could glue the top. All right, where do we go from here, guys? Well, this pretty piece right here. Put that there. me cut this. And then let me look around and see what scraps are on my desk. And I've got some pages. Maybe I will use this down this way. This side is going to open from here, so I can't wrap that around or it will come into the window. So that won't work, but this will. And then I can cut that off. So let's just get enough glue on here that I know this is going to stick. Just like that. Okay. Cut this off. Cut that off. And then maybe let's put just a little bit more going down. I want to thank you for supporting my journal strips, my paper snippets. I did put that on for sale and it did sell, so it's going to a new home, and I hope that you love them when you get them and you can use them. Then if we put this, see, my mind is going, thinking about this. I love that. I am going to go ahead and do that because I think that looks really, really good. Collaging is just, it's so much fun. You just gather up all these papers and just lay them down and make it work the way you want it to work. And it's really just fun. I should probably do a lot more collaging than I do. Get this closer. There we go. Put this down. And I think I will fold this up. It's not going to hurt anything. Like that. And if you can see, there's just a little bit of this color up there, which looks really, really good. And maybe we'd like to put this there. We have it. Let's use it. It's one more thing off our table. It's one more thing we don't have to worry about. It's one more scrap we used. So let's do it. Let's get this on here. We can put this on there and we can just kind of wrap this around. We're not going to worry about what the other side looks like. We are working on this side right now. This is the side we want to worry about. This is going to be sewn into our signature anyway, so we're not worried about that at all. And let's see what we've got. We are getting very squared looking, so let's jump in and grab a piece of something that is going to look good here. can go into a floral, so we don't have that. So let's see if we can use this piece. See how this looks. I did, if you're curious to know about the Medieval Mirage papers, in the video before this one, I did leave a link. And as much as I love that, it is so squared, it's wrong. It just is not. It's not what we're looking for. Maybe something more like this. Let's try this and see what this gives us. Check this out. Then maybe I will grab some. You know, the problem with this is you never know what's the right side up. You have to kind of look at it, and then you have to kind of take a guess. That looks a lot like what we've got, and so that's not what I want. But I think maybe, let me see what we have here. Could totally get into a pink. I could totally use that. And she would be cool. I think I might try to use her on the inside. Let me see, this might look really good up there. Let's. I've got so much stuff all over my table, guys, I'm sorry. It's probably like making you crazy. Don't look at all this. Let's see if this is gonna work. And the Oasis, that might look really pretty at the bottom, something entirely different. Ooh, I like that. I think maybe we should do that. Brings in a different color, brings in a different element, and I think my glue is just about done. So we do this. Get this one on before we open another. Right there like that. And I am going to lose, don't worry about the white. White doesn't bother anybody, and white disappears as soon as we go to distress, so don't let that bother you. Let's just cut this out and see what we have. Let's see if it'll work. May not work. But it's a nice piece that is will get used. So that's good. So let's check this out. I could. Let's see. Could I be so bold as to go into a rose? So I kind of like that too. My printer, as you can see with this, I was having some issues with the printer, and so using these scraps this way is a really great way to not throw out something that you really, really like, to not have to throw it out. And that looks good. So I'm wondering if maybe we put something behind it to kind of take away from, I don't want it too squared, but we definitely need something here. We could use a book page. That would get rid of that scrap. We would have that. Ooh, that just looks good. So let's go for it. See if I have enough glue on here to make this work. I don't. Of course I don't. So I think what I'm going to do, because I have no idea what time it is and I don't want any issues like I had yesterday, I think we'll finish these off in another video. Now remember, this right side is going to be a signature. This is going to get sewn in right here. Let's go ahead and fold that up. We'll see what we do with that later. And then put that there. Oh, it's just so eclectic and beautiful. That's the magic of collage. It's just all these little pieces of something without each other that really aren't anything, and then you put them together, and pieces that you think would never go together. That's what I keep talking about when I speak about Medieval Mirage, going with everything. This is a separate kit from this. This is a separate kit, I'm fairly certain, from this. So, and then look at them. And then you put them with a background like that, and they look good. This I absolutely love. I'd like to use it. Well, I could just put it there like that. Look at how pretty that is. So I'm going to do that. That idea came out of nowhere, and look at how good it is. So we're going to do this. I'm not worried about the front of this, like asking myself, what's its purpose? It has a purpose. It's a pocket that is coming from this direction onto here. So as soon as I close this up, and I think I'll wait until I can take my little piece out, my little debit out of here, but we need to go ahead and do something with little white bits. And I could do that. I'm pretty sure that's upside down. I'm pretty sure that's going to go like that. And that is so eclectic. You wouldn't think you would put this next to like a lotus flower. Look at how pretty it looks. I think I'm going to take this off, this little piece right there, and have this darker. Look at that. That's so pretty. Okay, guys. Well, it's coming along. Yes, it is. It's coming along. And I think my glue paper is just really in need of being changed. And we'll just go ahead and bend this to the other side like that, because once again, this is going to be the spine. And then we want a little something down here, and I think we're just going to do this. Why? Because you're not going to see it, and it's the spine. So let's use this pretty piece, and let's fold it to the other side and see what we can do with it on the other side. It's here, so let's go ahead and make some magic with it. Just put this on there like that. And then just fold this around. Chances are we are going to cover this up, but it looks This page looks great. So the next step for this page before calling it done is to take our little piece out of here, and we might be able to go ahead and do that right now because I think we're pretty dry. So we'll do that, and then we will glue this down, thus creating our pocket. And absolutely, this could go to the machine. This was going to be a side pocket now that I'm thinking about it, but it has just now become a top pocket. So this is no longer a side pocket. This is a top pocket. And that's not a problem because we'll make a really pretty tag to go in there. And on this side, instead of having this a pocket from the top, which we still could, we'll make a pocket from the side. And, well, just in case I want to go ahead and fold anything over, I'm not going to do anything with that. And then we will decide what we want this to be, because we could put a pocket in here. We could make this a journaling card. I really kind of like her. I think it would be nice to use her. So we'll see, but I don't know what this video's running, so I am just gonna say this. I had a really, really great time with everyone, but I'm gonna sign off and say goodbye. I need to work on our index card. I have no clue what I'm doing with this week's index card. I had several people that I haven't heard of, heard from. I know it's the summer. I know that's the issue. It's not a problem. This would be cool to use as well. And so, okay guys, this is going to be it for today. And I will catch you back in the next video. And I hope this was I hope this was all right to sit through. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks guys, bye.